kind of just go over a few of the common mistakes that happen when people do their Google My Business listings, and a few things that I'm just going to say you should try to avoid. And I'm hoping everyone understands what Google My Business is, or Google Business Listing is, and that's the let's say you just search for your company's name, and on the right-hand side, you will see the picture of your company, your website listing, the number of reviews, right? And that also kind of loads into the Google Maps listing. So you see like the local pack, you might see 4 or 5 companies that are local to you when you search for a generic term of your service or product. That's the all run by that Google Business Listing or Google My Business. So, okay, so I'm going to run through 5 of the biggest mistakes that people make when they on their Google My Business profile. And number 1 is an unclaimed listing. I mean, if you're a business owner and you haven't claimed your listing, you'd go out and do it right now. Just pause this video and go do it, because that is the most easy, free thing that Google offers to you outside of organic search that could drive tons of customers to your company. So get out there and update it. There is absolutely no reason to leave it unclaimed or unfilled out. Jared, our SEO expert, is going to go through in a little bit and tell you how to best optimize your setup. So maybe continue watching the video, watch Jared, then pause and go fill it out if you haven't done that so far. Secondly is missing information. If you're forgetting to add information, that's going to cost you potential customers, because even if you do show up for a product or service, when they search for it, if you don't have your phone number in there or your website listing or other very valuable information, that's going to cost you. They're just going to go to the next search result and ignore you, right? But most likely you're not going to rank in that local pack, because the major ranking factors for that Google My Business is your primary category that you select of the service you offer, the keywords in your title, the proximity you are to the point of the search. And that's really important. People don't necessarily understand that, but Google knows that people want to do business local. So you're not going to rank, very unlikely going to rank 20 miles away, unless there's very limited competitors, right? And then the keywords that are in your customer reviews are another thing that help you rank in that local pack. So we want to make sure that all that stuff is filled out, so you have the best opportunity to actually rank. So number 2 is incomplete information. Number 3, which I believe is worse than incomplete information, is incorrect information. And the worst thing you can do with incorrect information is the wrong business address, the wrong business phone number, and the most common thing is incorrect business hours. And especially if you're a company of destination where people are driving to you, and people took time out of their day to drive to your office at 5 and you close at 4, they're probably never coming back. And if you had just had the correct information on there to begin with, they would have either shown up at the right time or come another day. So make sure, number 3, incorrect information. Go through your listing profile, make sure everything in there is correct, up to date, and not incorrect. Number 4. Not adding not adding photos or videos. The thing with photos and videos, it helps build immediate trust. So when people come and they see your profile, they go through it. There could be some examples of pictures you can put up there would be product or service photos, food and drinks, pictures of inside or outside of your office, staff photos, just real authentic photos of your company. So when people are looking through that business profile, they get a real sense of who you are and what it is you offer. And that's just so easy. Again, it's free. You probably have them on your cell phone right now, so make sure you take those off your cell phone, put it on your profile, and update it from time to time. Another thing you can do, and I don't see a lot of companies do this, but you can upload videos to your Google profile. So if you have an explainer video, it could be an ad, it can be a virtual tour of your office or your showroom or your retail center, whatever you might have for your business. You can upload those to your Google profile, and those are extremely effective way to kind of nudge people, right? Because sometimes that's all they need is that little nudge to reach out and talk to you. And the 5th thing, which is probably the worst thing and the thing that we come across probably the most often, is spammy titles and listings. And what I mean by spammy titles and listings is those people that emergency plumbing service and that's what they put there. But they're really like Stanford and Sons Plumbing, right? But they create this additional listing with keyword stuffing in the title of the Google My Business, and this company might create 5, 6, 7 Google My Business profiles, and they'll put them into employees' homes, thinking that this is going to get them a lot more business. And the problem is that there's all kinds of people like Jared Willoughby, our SEO guy, who goes and finds these that are competitors to our customers, and he'll submit them as spam, right? And then Google will eventually take them all down. And if someone is get caught enough doing those spammy listings, their whole profile will be shut off. None of their companies will be listed. And the problem with this is it might work. You might see your competitors doing it. It might work for a short period of time, but you're only one Google update away from being out of business or not getting that at all. So the best thing to do is don't be spammy. Put the real name of your company in there. Oh, and another thing with that is when you create these multiple listings and someone finds you that way, most people have probably gotten this from Google, or they'll send you a little alert of, hey, review, 24/7 emergency plumbing, and they go out and they review it because they use that service. They found it through that. Well, now what happens is that all your reviews that customers have written for you are spread out amongst 5 Google My Business profiles. And when Google finds those, they're going to delete 4 of them. They're going to pick the 4. And we've had people come to us and ask us to help them because Google picked the one that had 60 reviews and kept the one that had 2. Right? And there's nothing you can do. Once they pull that down, it's toast. And there's no way to get those reviews back. So, the best thing to do is create your actual listing with your actual company name and all the correct information. Don't try to get smart because Google's smarter than you, and they're going to eventually ban your account or pull it down. So those are the top 5 things that people should avoid doing or do incorrectly on their Google My Business profiles.